Okay, we are just about to take on Omega. Omega is inbound for us. I'm going to double check my stream settings, make sure that everything is looking and sounding okay before we go to Omega, so that we get a nice video to share with Omega with our victory tweets. And then we'll talk about my setup while we're doing the fight. Let's take a listen on the stream. The count is 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Let's take a listen on the stream. The count is 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. All right, things look and sound okay. Make sure we are doing good on the stream, and make sure I can get on camera. All right, here we go. I saved already before this fight, and if I've set everything up correctly, this should be a pretty good little Omega fight right here. Let's see. Let's see if I've set everything up correctly. We've got to go for bolts. Bolt 2, Bolt 3, sword right there. I guess the Mirage Vest is on, so she can do whatever she wants with Mirage Vest. All right, sing, time for Stop Song, which we're going to be seeing a lot of. Sing, Stop Song, or Love Song, if you want to go with that. I like to call them what they do. So, Stop Song, and here's another Stop Song. The trick is to kind of make sure that you're syncing your songs enough to keep Omega stunned. That was a chicken knife can't run proc, so sadly she won't get that in. I could have used the enhancer sword because my chicken knife is not fully powered up. It's actually powered up to 102, exactly where the enhancer sword is. I kept the chicken knife on though simply for the speed bonus. And then you also do get some extra multipliers for your speed. Well, so here we are, 0 for 2 on chicken knife attacks, which is of course the drawback on using the chicken knife. But Omega is stun locked as long as I don't mess up my menuing here with my bards. Some people will go for 2 bards, doing a spam on the song. There's 0 for 3, so that is 1 in 4 chance times 3. So pretty low chances of that happening, but of course each one is independent. So it's 25%, 25%, 25%. Let's go. That's the kind of damage we're talking about. That's what we need. The stun lock not only keeps Omega off of its regular routine, but it also keeps Omega from countering all of these attacks, because when it gets damaged, it has some really, really nasty counters that we may see if I get my menuing wrong. And by getting my menuing wrong, I mean if you don't have your characters singing at increments, Omega's stop status will expire. Because of Omega's heavy status, stop only lasts a couple of ticks of the AT bar. It's very, very, very short. So sometimes you'll see me wait until the AT bar ticks a little bit so that I can get it kind of synced back up. Because right now, Ferris on top, the knight, is going to sing, followed by the white mage a couple ticks later to keep Omega stopped. And then I believe the bard's going to get a turn. Nope, sometimes it's hard to tell exactly who's going to be acting. So there was a no attack. So a couple ticks later, the knight, I can see that my ATB is pretty well synced right now. So a couple ticks later, the white mage can go. Now my mystic knight will attack, or will try to attack, and then my bard will get a turn. The mystic knight with the chicken knife does get a boost to agility, so even with the haste status, she's going to be going even faster. So her turns are going to come up even more often, even more quickly. So we're going to continue the stun lock on Omega. She's going to get another attempt to attack. And there it is. Good. Hopefully just a couple more rounds, a couple more attacks should do it. Omega has 50,000-ish hit points. So something like 7 or 8 attacks should do it. And I'm going to let a couple ticks go by here because the white mage is going to apply stop status. The white mage is going to put stop status on. And then if the bard had immediately sung after that, it would have wasted my white mages, because the white mage would not have, they just reapply the status, and then if you get the ticks in the wrong spot, you can let, 4 or 5 ticks go by of the ATB bar. Although each tick of the bar is not 1. ATB is counted in increments of 256, 256, or 0 to 255. So the visual part of it isn't exactly like 1 unit. When the visual part moves by 1, it's not like 1 unit of ATB going. Actually going a lot faster than that. But luckily I do have a few classes here that are pretty quick. And I even threw the Assassin Dagger onto my Bard to make her act even more quickly. So, let's see. Maybe 1 or 2 more swings of that of the Bolt 3 sword will do it. But anytime you get a Bard, in this version anyway, Omega is a cinch. Omega is a win if you get a Bard. Because the Bard can apply the stop stats to Omega, and if you get 3 Bards singing, as I have here, you can keep Omega going. Some people, again, juggle it with 2. I prefer to go for 3. Okay, looks like maybe 1 more. I haven't been counting too carefully, I have to admit. 2 Bards is, it becomes a very difficult exercise in ATB management. It's much easier with 3, although, like I've been talking about, it's not quite a hold down A ordeal. You do have to watch carefully. Alright, there's a can't run. I was hoping that was going to end it. We'll see if 1 more round can do it. Alright, 1 more will do it. So that frame right there is going to be captured for my victory tweet later on. And that Master's Bard for Kryl. And that's something that I needed to do. We'll take a look at the Omega Medal. There is the Omega Medal. And the amazing animation of Omega fading away. Which is great. And that sound takes a long time to fade out. If you really sit and listen to it, it actually does take a while before it fades the rest of the way out. Okay, let us juggle some things around. Okay. Okay, she has double grip on Knight. She has double grip on Knight. I think I'm going to pop her over to... I think I'll pop her over to Knight. So Lena can start working on double grip. That 100 points gets a whole bunch of stuff there. You saw we picked up a bunch of levels from characters right there. So we'll go with, Knight with... oops. Yeah, I'll empty her out now. So she has Knight along with Magic Sword. That she's pretty advanced in Magic Sword. She can't use the highest level Magic Sword, but so she's got double grip. She's got that. She's got that. Let's pop her over to Mystic Knight. Let's get her Mystic Knight and let's get her double grip right there. Yep. Okay. She's good. She's good. I don't want that. Let's go ahead and let Ferris pick up that extra level here. I've got a lot of not important stuff. Yeah, and actually I'm gonna move her back to... He's Mastered Bard. She's Mastered Bard. She's Mastered Bard. Maybe Lennon just needs to start working on Bard. I guess that's what I need to do. So sometimes I'm thinking out loud here. I apologize for that. Lena is pretty far behind the other characters. She's pretty far behind. She's got Knight level 3. She's got Knight level 3. That's fine. He's got Knight level 3. That's good. So that's, again, the goals I'm working on is Knight level 3 for characters. I think I'll just leave it where it is. She's our Bard. And I'll let Ferris stay a Knight, I guess. Ferris can stay a knight. And she has to use that for double grip. Okay, so what's my setup here now? You should have the Enhancer Sword. Okay, yep, she's got the Enhancer Sword and the Mirage Vest. Chicken Knife for the Bard, very good. Double grip, double grip. Sing on the White Mage is fine. And she has White Magic on the other side, which is fine. Sorry about all the menuing. I think we're about ready to go on. Excalibur, double gripped. And that's the Enhancer. Double gripped. Okay, so let's cabin up to pick up all the MP that we're down. Not that it's very much, but it's mostly just from job menuing that puts us down a little bit of MP. We didn't spend very much in the Omega battle. Less than 10 minutes into the stream and Omega's already down. And not like we're going to need all that much. We already have more than enough damage to get through here. We have more than enough stuff to work on. For this one, I think I'm going to put Magic Sword back onto Ferris. That's fine. That's fine. Magic Sword because she can put Fire 3 onto her on her sword. I think she can get, well, with level 4 she may be able to just put Drain Sword on there, but Kara will be able to get there. She'll be able to get Fire 3. Okay, cool. I think we're ready to take on a Panda. Not a problem here. No big deal. Put on Fire 3 and just have a good time. Okay, there's Fire 3 sword. Not a problem. Vitality song. This is that's regen song, I guess you could say. Yeah, she can't quite get Fire 3. She can get Drain Sword though. So yeah, I probably should have left double grip on there because I forgot about the one extra level of Mystic Knight that gets you the stupid Magic Shell ability. So I wish it was level 1, you could use level 1 Magic Sword, so that you could just kind of look at the levels on it and go from that. But sadly, you cannot. Hey, there we go. That'll work. I'll take that trade. I think I'll take that trade. No problem. I'll just have her sing Speed Song. So Ferris, I don't think Ferris can come close to that kind of damage. She'll still do nice. She'll outpace the Drain status, but it's too bad she can't do quite so much with the Firaga, Fire 3. Wham. 7,900. That is good damage. And Shell does help with Drain. All right, so there's Protect. And Wind Slash, all right, is good. Fine. I'll just get everybody back up. Oh, my White Mage needs a gold hairpin. I don't know what they got switched to there. My White Mage needs a gold hairpin. And yeah, Protect status is too bad right there. I can dispel the Protect, so that's not too big a deal, but I can see that that's plenty enough damage to take care of it. There is a Panda, so there are lots of ways I could have won that battle. A lot of paths to victory in that guy. In that case, I'm not going to take the Soot. Just because I have them, I think I'm going to just throw a couple Ethers on my White Mage. They got the Magic Hammer, and then having to cast Cure 3 without... Oh, that's why. Okay. Okay, so there's the Gold Hairpin, there's the Dark Robe, and there's that. Okay, I think it was left over from my menuing before, so should have probably noticed that. That's okay, though. And I think I'm going to switch her over to the Apollo Harp and put the Chicken Knife in the hands of my Mystic Knight. Now that it's going to be running out, does she still have double grip? She does still have double grip. Yeah, never mind. I'm going to go with double grip on her for now. And for Ferris, I'm going to keep her on double grip, so she'll just keep the Excalibur. And I kind of carefully managed my inventory so that when I do job switching, I only have the equipment that I need for the end game. So that when they get optimum, I don't have to do things like take bone mail off. I'm gonna try to get a chicken knife run proc there. Do not get one. My bard's gonna be actually my best bet for that. So I do like to have a chicken knife on a character. Okay, preemptive. Okay, so it's gonna be defend Mystic Knight. Mystic Knights are so fast. They get a turn even before a bard with chicken knife. That means that they are more than 5 agility faster. And I know Kara Kryl is a faster character as well, I believe. Galef is a pretty slow guy. He has higher vitality, so more hit points, but he has, I think, a detriment to speed, a minus to speed. He has a low part on that. Ninjas, these guys are hard to run from. So there was I believe, a chicken knife run. Sometimes it's hard to tell if it's actually a chicken knife run proc or if it's just a well-timed run right about when you do an attack with chicken knife. That one seemed pretty clearly to be a chicken knife run. Okay, good. I don't want to fight any of these guys. I could beat most of these battles with Mystic Knights doing Break Sword and Death Sword on a lot of things. Looked like Ferris was blinking a different color, but I must have been imagining things. Alright, so here comes Apocalypse or Azul Magia. I think I'm going to... let me check the sword magic. 1, 2, 3, 4... I think this is Bio Sword right here, because it's Drain Break Bio right there. Bio Sword. And does she have level 5? Yeah, okay, so I will go for that, because she can put Bio Sword on her weapon right there. She can put Bio Sword on her weapon. And I'll throw the Aegis Shield on her. So these guys can both put Bio Sword on their weapons. Yeah, so they're both double gripped. They're both good. And we should get our save point right here. Alright, here we go. So, I'm trying to decide if I should go I think I will go Bio Sword into the weakness rather than Flare Sword. Flare Sword is also pretty good. Regen is just kind of for whatever purposes. This guy doesn't really do a lot of the kinds of damage that you need to be worrying about things like that. But we'll go for it anyway. I'll start working on some defenses. I won't need too much of them, I don't think. Wow, Mind Blast, that was huge. That was a huge Mind Blast. I don't think I've ever seen one quite that big. That was enormous. Okay, that was a miss. But I think we're on the right track with that, though. I think that yeah, this guy has a weakness to poison. So the double grip here with the poison should be all that she needs. Let's see. Let's get Shell up on another character. Yeah, that's what I thought. So a double gripping. Yeah, all right. Okay. Let's just go right on the offense here. Go right into Holy. Should be boosted by the Rod. It's actually not all that impressive. That's okay. The 15 seconds to live actually might not be as long as this guy has left to live. In all honesty. Let us go. That's Magic Song. I think this is Level Song. I need to actually see what happens on here. So before we fight X-Death, I need to figure out if that's really what it is. I won't find out here. So I need to remember what the menu situation looks like. I know where most other things are, but the difference between Strength Song and Level Song, I can't remember right off the top of my head. And I won't find out in the Catastrophe fight, because that one's all about how fast can you just damage that thing down. How fast can you just beat Catastrophe down and hope you don't eat an Earthshaker. I can get Shell on a couple of characters, so I mean, I don't think it's going to be too dangerous. I might die a time or two, which I almost always do when I do Catastrophe, just until we get better luck with the setup. I think we're okay for what we need, though. What do we have for abilities? A Magic Sword. I won't be using that probably, so we're going to go for Double Grip. And, yep, Excalibur, Double Grip. She'll use just Double Grip on her sword. I won't bother wasting a turn with that, and I'll have these two guys cast Shell to protect from the Earthshaker, just to make the damage a little bit lighter. If he gets a couple Earthshakers off, he'll kill us. So it might just be a few battles with Catastrophe here. I'll see what my damage is. First, let's get Shell on some of our weaker characters who probably can't eat the Earthshaker. Let's go. That is Shell right there. And even this, I don't know if my Bard will be able to eat it even with a Shell. She actually might still die right away. Alright, she's stone anyway, so that is a fine first turn thing to do. And actually, it's actually interesting that it got through, and we're missing our attacks like crazy. Because Shell gives you a 50% chance to dodge targeting spells like that. So it got through a pretty low chance there. I'm going to get Shell on everybody for when the Earthshaker inevitably does come. Oof, that was a pretty big physical. Oh, Cure 3 is only one cure. No, sorry. I was on the wrong thing. That was not Cure 3. Yeah, Cure 3 does not restore the poison, but that's actually okay, I think. So, wow, Stone again. Break again. That's really, really unusual for this guy to go for 2 of those. Man, this is one of the weirder battles with this guy I've ever had, because I have a party that is a little bit slower paced, and we get 2 Demon Eyes, or whatever they are, the stone attack. Here's Earthshaker, so there's Shell status right on there. Okay, yeah, 400 something for everybody. That's fine. We're actually doing okay getting everybody in shape here. That should, yeah, get us enough to survive the next Earthshaker, unless you turn someone else to stone. There's Earthshaker again. Yep, so now we can go to Cure 3. Alright, or not. So, there goes Catastrophe. Yeah, so 2 Demon Eyes, because he has a physical attack somewhere in his routine there. And he gave us a soft, thank you. Not a problem there. Alright, let's cabin up, pick that back up, and go for it. So a couple of Cure 3s, or a Cure 3 and a Cure 2, I guess, just to get us enough. Shell was the champion right there. That was really good. That was really good. And another good chunk of AP. So I'll have to really watch carefully when I get down towards X-Death to see if I can get somebody with, you know, the real high-level white magic. I'll try to get all that put into the right spots. Alright, so let's go. I'll just keep Ferris on double grip for now, because Halicarnassus, the next boss, is pretty straightforward. And I think I'm going to play it a little bit risky, and not going back to save after Halicarnassus and Twintania. I'm playing it kind of risky. Because it would take a pretty big error for me to mess up any one of those bosses. So I'm gonna have to be using Izuna's because I've never learned which items are Maiden's Kisses in this game. So I'm gonna have to use my White Mage's Izuna spell after Froggy comes out. There's the kanji symbol for king, so that's Halicarnass is telling you he's the king of this place. Alright. Yeah, so that must be Death Sword, that means Osmo Sword, here's Flare Sword. I think. Or, I mean, that might be Death Sword too. So maybe I'll mix that up a little bit because I think. Let's get Vitality Sung in there. So I think Flare Sword is that middle section. So I thought I had Death Sword on another time with her, but I think I'll move her over and see what happens. Let's just throw a Holy on Hallie and see what happens for this first round. I know he has Holy in his rotation. Let's go over to Flare Sword. Because I think that what I was doing there before was Death Sword. Okay, there's Kururu. Oh, I can't cast Izuna. Well, that's too bad. Thought I would be able to cast Izuna. Well, let's hope that's a Maiden Kiss. It is a Maiden Kiss. Okay, well, that will do. Because I guess, yeah, the only spell you can cast is indeed Frog. So I'm glad I have these Maiden's Kisses just sitting around. Alright, there we go. We're back in business. Okay, let's try I think this is Level Song, but I might be wrong. Yeah, so that looks like Flare Sword, so that's where I need to be. That's where I need to be. Okay, physical attack, not so bad. Let's dump a Holy on him again. This should be boosted by the Sage Staff. Yep, very good. 48. Yeah, very good. Yeah, alright, I think I am singing Level Song right now. I didn't have much chance to see how high we grew, but we're doing okay. Big damage like that, I'll take it. I will take it. And the Shinryu battle will be easy because I have Apollo Harp and the Berserk spell from the White Mage, so I have everything I need for that. Not a problem there. Okay, let's just do a quick revive of everybody. Okay, we're in fine shape here. Everybody in the back row. And let's just give Ferris Magic Sword again. It won't be all that important. I'll keep everybody's turn up after our 2 Wind Slashes in a row. Okay, 2 Wind Slashes we'll get in a row in a little bit here. And then it'll be just time for Break Sword. Alright, so let's go. Try to get Shell on everybody. That'll knock out some of the damage from Mind Blast, and I think Wind Slash too. Okay. Break Sword for her as well. Okay. Shell. Okay, nothing for her this turn. Shell again. I know my flashing doesn't look very good on my capture setup the way that's listed there. Alright, so she's good, so she's just going to guard and wait. Let's do one more Shell right here. Okay, so we're all shelled. Okay, I'm gonna put you on fight and wait. Now let's go regen song. This guy can use stuff like Snowstorm. So Snowstorm takes a pretty good chunk of hit points. I could have been, I don't know, could have been weird about putting on ice shields and stuff on my physical characters, but I just wasn't that, didn't have the inclination to do that. I mean, either way, Shell cuts it down anyway, so it's kind of moot. Oh, that was Cure 3. I thought that was Cure 2. Okay, now my bard's just singing speed song. And let's just have... I'll keep my white mage around. Okay, Mind Blasts. That's fine. Oops. I always forget, pick guard with the knight. Don't just pick defend. Used to defending with everybody to burn a turn. Pick guard. And oops, so there was a mistake there. Okay, Wind Slash. We're gonna get one more Wind Slash, and then he's going to start charging. So I'm just gonna wait right here. One more Wind Slash, and now he's going to start powering up. As soon as the screen flashes, I'm good to just cast Break Sword right here. Okay. And that applies Break status. He's done. So he is turned to stone and gone. And the Necro battle is going to be just as easy as that. It's going to be just like that. So getting to my next save point will be just fine. And the Shinryu battle should be just the same. I think I've got a Gilgamesh fight coming up here, so I do have to be sort of ready for it. I think I still got... Oops. She's got Magic Sword, Double Grip. I am going to go for Double Grip also. Okay, very good. That's all that we need. I think everyone else is good. Oh, so Lena did get the Master on Bard, so everybody's got a Mastered Bard. And Butt's got the level 6 on White Mage, so he can do level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 White Magic. So I'm going to switch. Actually, I'm going to put Butts as my Bard, I guess, because he's got all the White Magic that he can get. Right there, Lena's going to go over to White Mage and try to pick up another level or 2 there. She'll get Sing, so I'll have 2 kind of defenders like that. So now that Bard will be able to cast Holy in the battles coming up. That's just pretty nice. And the Bard will be able to take care of that. Okay, cool. And then I just have a knight who doesn't need it working on, I don't even know what comes at 150, equip shields or equip swords or something. That's not really very useful, but... Yeah, I guess so. Lena's getting a little bit more valuable. Everybody's Mastered Bard, so Lena's doing okay. These I'm going to run from. I'm going to throw in the Thief Knife onto somebody so that I can steal the... I think this one is the less... I think it's like the Aegis Shield here. It's not as useful. Instead of the Assassin Dagger, you get the Thief Knife. So Bard is going to be using the Thief Knife, everybody, just so I remember. Boys and girls at home. Alright, here we go. Let's go ahead and just put Drain Sword on. Just so she can pick up some MP. Okay, couldn't steal. That's fine, that's fine, that's fine. Let's go Blink status. I'm sorry, Blink status. On my character who can afford to lose hit points the least. These guys are both going to be fine. They can just sit there in the front row, draining hit points. Mug. Okay, couldn't steal. Blink on you. Fight, fight, fight. Good. Okay, couldn't steal again. It's too bad. I'm not going to try all that hard because, again, I think this is a shield that I'm not going to be likely using. But the Genji armor I really want. The Genji armor I really want from Gilgamesh. I'm not going to try all that hard. I would not go out of my way in this fight to try to get it. Is kind of what I'm saying. I wouldn't go out of my way to get it here. I will try to get it during the battle with Necro. I'll try to get the armor because that's the armor, and that will sit on probably my knight. Probably my knight will get the armor there. I think the Mystic Knight can equip some of that armor, but maybe it is only the Knight that can do the... it might be a heavy piece of armor, so maybe the Mystic Knight can't, but I think the Mystic Knight can do it. So here's Gilga, chatting away, talking about how scared he is. And he's going to leave the void here now. We're just going to run from everything as we work our way down towards the Necro fight. And there goes Gilgamesh. Away, away, away. I'm going to try to remember where that elixir is and only pick up the elixir when I get there. And if I'm wrong about where the elixir is, then I'm wrong about where the elixir is. This is an unusually long fight. Normally these guys are not all that hard to escape from. There we go. We're out. And if I'm wrong about this, that is the elixir. So that's the only chest I need to pick up. Down here, besides the Ragnarok, of course. Gotta get the Ragnarok. And I am going to get the save point from Necrophobe before I go down and get the Ragnarok. So I'm not going to get it right now, because that battle, there is some danger in that battle. If I am wrong about which spell is Berserk, if I make a menuing error there, that's going to be game over. It's very difficult to recover from a slight menuing error in that. I mean, it would have been in the Twintania fight as well, but I just like to be very safe with fighting Shinryu, because Shinryu is so dangerous. And every one of these gets my chicken knife just a little bit stronger. Just a little bit stronger for my chicken knife right here. Okay, so speaking of chicken knife, you've got the thief knife right now. I might just keep the thief knife in your hand. I might just keep it there. The Apollo Harp's not going to help a Necrophobe because he's not actually undead, I believe. Alright, so, but I do need a couple more Magic Sword people. Okay. I don't know if the Aegis Shield does much good in defending against reflected spells, but I don't anticipate getting very many of them anyway. Let's put Magic Sword on you as well. And put in, let's go with something other than Chicken Knife for you. And actually something other than Assassin Dagger, because those guys do have, I'll just put an Air Knife, because those guys do have Reflect, so that can bounce on you. So I'll have 3 Break Sword casters, and the White Mage will just, I guess, start putting Blink on characters, I suppose. I guess that's all we'll need to do with the White Mage, just start putting Blink on people. Not a problem for the Necro fight. Those 3 break sorters will be more than enough, more than good. Break sword. Okay, gotta be careful. That's break sword right there. He has a gold hairpin on, so it costs half. So I usually go by the MP cost for those so that I know. And that is Blink right there, actually, so very good. Okay, so 3 characters with break sword. Let's see if I can go 1, 2, 3 on the barriers. And let's see if I can avoid... I don't know if I can avoid any attacks from them. But I will take at most 1 attack from them. Let's see if my Mystic Knight can get a turn fast enough to actually take out that last one. I don't know if she can, but we'll see. My White Mage cannot use Magic Sword because she cannot equip any weapon that is Magic Sword friendly. So that works out really nice. Now, what can you put on your sword? You can't quite put the highest there, but you can put the Bio spell on there. So let's go Chicken Knife and throw the Bio spell on there for you. Yeah. Because Necro is weak to Bio Sword. And what weapon do you have? You have the Excalibur, so I think I'm just going to go right there with the Excalibur and let the Holy Element do its job for Ferris. I'm not going to try to put on a weaker spell, so I'm just going to have Ferris Guard for right now. Let's go Blink again, and actually I need to Blink my Mystic Knight because I don't want my Mystic Knight taking her element off, because she's going to put Holy Sword on here in just a minute. Okay, there's Darkness status. She's going to be putting on Holy Sword. Well, that's Osmos, Player Sword. It's Player Sword. Well, shoot. Maybe that is Holy. I don't know. I'm having a tough time with that at the moment. Okay, nothing there. I've got to cast Isuna on my characters who are going to be attacking. Yeah, I don't think she could get the spell to resolve in time. Izuna will help there, though. Yeah, so it looks like Holy. She's going to miss, though, until I can actually get Izuna to land on her. And, okay, good. Let's say Butts missed a chance to get his attack to land. But Ferris is going to get it this time, and then my Mystic Knight is going to get it next time. So I'm going to wait, because I don't want the attack to jump the queue here. Sometimes different abilities can jump the queue. So Holy Sword should hit. There we go. And who'd have thought that my Bard would be doing this much damage? Yeah, I knew it wouldn't take very long. So this is going to take a while. I'm going to try to get the Genji armor from Gilgamesh. And after that, I'll just set the controller down and take a break, I think. A quick break. Alright, I'm just going to wait with Ferris, wait with her, and yes, I think I'm going to go with the Mystic Knight to be my primary stealer. I wasted a little bit of time there, but we'll see. Mystic Knight may get one more action than those guys on the whole here, so that's my thinking there. I don't know how much of a difference it does make. But we'll throw the Thief Knife in her hands and see what happens. Everybody else is just going to wait, wait, wait. Yep, so this is her talking to Kryl, giving her life advice. And Kryl is talking about her father, I think. And then now he's talking to Ferris. I think he tells her she needs to fall in love with a man so that she can be more feminine. And Ferris gives Gilgamesh a ... So that's pretty awkward. That was a can't steal. And now he's talking to Lena. Tells her something, I can't remember what his advice to Lena is. And Lena has 2 sets of ellipses for him as well. And now he has something to say to Butts. Wow, this... I hope I get another attack off. I can't imagine that we'd only get 2 swings at it. It seems like normally there's more time between these dialogue sequences, but maybe I'm misremembering. I may be misremembering. It's just my perception is off. Okay, good. Give me a couple more. Okay, couldn't steal. It is a fairly low chance anyway, and so that is... okay. So I think that was it. So I got 3 or 4 shots at it, but I didn't get the Genji armor, which is fine. No problem. And he says, that's my line. So Necro said, die, and cast Flare on him. And then Gilgamesh says, that's my line, die, and does the last 10,000 damage to Necro. So Necro actually summons Gilgamesh right there when he gets below 9999 life. And then that sequence plays out, and Gilgamesh actually does do that last 999 damage to him. Alright, so let's go back to Double Grip. That's the Enhancer. I can't use the Excalibur, though, so we're going to go over to Double Grip, and it's going to have to be Defender, which is actually a better choice anyway for this fight with Shinryu, because Shinryu is going to be sending a lot of physical attacks Ferris's way. Okay, Double Grip on the Magic Sword, Double Grip there. Apollo Harp for you. And Shinryu should be a fast battle with Apollo Harp. Should be a fast fight. Let's burn a cabin. Not that it's going to be a big deal. Unless I don't get Berserk right. Which I believe Berserk is right here. I believe Berserk is right there. So, 15:04 is our time. That's going to be pretty close to our final time, because the last battle with X-Death will take about 15, 16 minutes probably with all the buffing. It does take a good few minutes to get the battle buffed up. But I would say I would be finishing the last battle within about a half hour or so in real time here, which is perfect for me. Crystal Dragon, have no business with the Crystal Dragon. No need for that. And yes, sadly my White Mage cannot be casting Holy. So there's not much my White Mage can do besides revive and cast Shell on people. Not much she can do, unfortunately. Okay, so she's got the Enhancer Sword, and I think we're ready to go. I don't need to apply anything for her, really. Biggest thing we can do here is just attack. Sorry, I was forgetting for a second there about my Bard. And we do need to apply Berserk status to Shinryu. Yes, the initial target is one of your own party members, because Berserk is counted as a beneficial status. It is considered a beneficial status for whatever reason. I'm just gonna attack with her. Not doing too much. And I believe the Sage Staff casts life on use, but you can see that we had to wait there a second to do this. And see, as you can see now, we are in some trouble from Shinryu, because Shinryu is very fast, gets turns more quickly than we do in general. And so, because of bad luck in targeting and a little bit of over-aggressive play on my part, that's what we needed to happen right there. That's what we needed to happen. And I actually have to waste a turn with my Bard doing the same thing here, because I was hoping that Shinryu would do that with the Mystic Knight and waste an action, waste a round. But Shinryu chose not to play nice, because I was going to revive Ferris with my White Mage and save a Phoenix down. And now my White Mage is going to cast Blink on herself, so she'll be able to take another shot. So a little bit of that was bad luck, a little bit of that was over-aggressive play. Because the defender will eat some attacks from Shinryu just like that. The defender will do that. And the Mirage Vest glitch will let my Mystic Knight take as many hits as she cares to take. That's fine. I'd like to keep my Bard alive. My Bard's going to be the one doing most of my damage here. And Shinryu can actually attack your Mystic Knight with the Mirage Vest twice before she gets a turn again. So you do have to be a little bit careful on that. So this will go in the books as not a perfect fight with Shinryu. But even with some errors, it's not going to be. We're not going to be in very much danger. There we go. That's all we needed. So now we can play a little bit. Now we can play a little bit looser, because we are fairly well protected from Shinryu, and that will save a casting of Blink. So it does that check first. So thankfully that will save us a casting of Blink. The Apollo Harp is going to do massive damage every time. And I'll just go for a regular Blink on her. Can't cast Holy because Shinryu will absorb Holy Element. That's why Ferris the Knight is not using the Excalibur sword, because that has a natural Holy Element built into it. I guess you could cast something else onto your magic sword for that if you really felt like it. I don't know. I don't really feel like it. I could put another element in there, and then it would attack not with Holy Element, but with something like Fire Element that Shinryu is neutral to. Okay, very good. And the Apollo Harp is doing good damage, but both of my physical characters are doing significant damage as well. And there goes Shinryu. Alright, so let's see who is mastering what. There's the Dragon Seal. Keep that there. There we go. And there is the Ragnarok. So now Ferris never has to put that Excalibur in her hands again. It is Ragnarok to the very end. Ragnarok to the very end. So they picked up level 6. So let's make our way back to the save point and do our final setups. Actually, we'll save and then we'll trigger the cutscene. Then we'll come back and do our final setups. So we'll save, trigger cutscenes, final menuing is going to be the order. So I'm going to want a Bard with high-level white magic and a White Mage with Sing. So I can have two buffing characters. And then I want kind of what I have right now, actually. That is a Knight with double grip and a Mystic Knight. So it's actually, my final setup may be what I have right now. I will take a look at everyone's equipment and abilities as soon as I'm done with the final cutscene here. Because I'm not going to be using Magic Sword with everybody. And having 2 different singers will help make the buffing phase a lot faster. So I'm going to get Shell on everybody first. That's the first priority, is get Shell on everybody. And Blink on characters as well. Vitality Song, Level Song, and really Level Song is the only, Speed and Level Song are the only 2 buffing songs I'm going to use. Power Song and Magic Song, I'm going to leave them out. Simply because they're not necessary. Because levels boost both of those things. So, you know, getting your levels up will help damage on all of those. And it also helps get the regen rate way higher than it is normally. It helps protect you from getting hit with things like White Hole. So as the level song goes on, you have Shell protecting you from it, and then the level song boosts you up even farther, even more quickly. So White Hole will start to miss a lot more. Hopefully we get no White Hole lands. I'm not actually anticipating that will happen, but we will see. We will see. And then the Neo battle will be straightforward. Break Sword on the Almagest piece. Apollo Harp, I almost said Dragon Harp. Apollo Harp on the Grand Cross piece on top. Go after the physical piece until it dies, and then cast Odin from the Magic Lamp. So I'll just need to make sure that I get Odin used, or the Magic Lamp set to Odin somewhere else. So during the Grand Cross part, after I get Break Sword applied to the Almagest piece, during the Grand Cross segment, I'll just use the Magic Lamp twice from... Ideally, you want to use it twice from your White Mage. That's the ideal part. We'll see if that's actually the case, because my White Mage may be reviving a character that's knocked out by something, or maybe reapplying Shell or Blink status to somebody. So we'll see if that actually shakes out that way, because you want the character with the highest magic stat to be using the Magic Lamp, because they'll get the most benefit from it. But again, when your characters are buffed up this much, it really doesn't matter. So the cutscene here at the end is just the 4 previous warriors coming back from beyond the grave. They've all died in the game. And there's King Tycoon. That is the father of both Lena and Ferris in our game. And there's the 4 warriors. So now we're going to walk away from the tree and go back to our save point. Again, not really because we're in much danger. I actually probably could have just jumped into the fight as I was right there and won this game. But just so that we can have a nice clean fight, and that I know I have exactly what I need where I need it, and that I know where things are. I'm going to go back and do my final menu, cabin up, and save up after that cutscene in case something does go very wrong. But actually, I might just keep things where they are. Knight with double grip. Double grip on the Mystic Knight, no problems. Not Magic Sword, you need high-level White Magic, which he has. And yeah, the Chicken Knife, yep, good. Good. And White Mage with Sing, yep, so that's exactly what I need and where I need it. Chicken Knife, Ragnarok, you've got the Enhancer, whatever, with the Mirage Vest right there. Everyone's got their Hermes sandals on. Oops. Am I not on the... Oh, I'm not on the save point. Oh, there we go. I thought I was on the save point. I was not actually there. Yep, that's all I need right there. Yep, and she's good right there, so he'll be able to cast all the white magic, including Holy, if he needs to. I've got 2 singers for buffing, and so let's go. This is going to be the final battle of Run 4. And this will be the third run done on the console this year. I did one console run last summer. My very last run was console. This year I'm trying to do almost all of them on console if I can. Did my first Berserker Risk run on the emulator, just in case things went really wrong. But here we go. This is it. The final fight. Final battle right here. So let's go ahead and apply... Let's go ahead and apply Flare Sword right now. These guys are going to take kind of a passive role in the beginning here. So first order of business is to get shell status on all 4 characters if we can. Shell status on everybody as soon as we can get it on, just to keep white holes from throwing our plans all the way out. So that we don't have... there's a white hole, and it failed indeed. So the white hole did fail right there. That's exactly what we wanted to happen, and it happened. White hole failed. Good night. And actually, I probably shouldn't have put Flare Sword on her so early because I may need to use the Mirage Vest glitch. So I guess the Knight probably would have been the best Mirage Vest choice for this one. Okay, so now that... Okay. Well, he is dead now. So here is... Arise. We're even taking a hit in the back row. That was all it took. Taking a hit in the back row. Alright, so now we're going to go Vitality Song in everybody. That will get regen status on everybody. And let's not let this set us back too much. I do need Shell back on him. I would have liked that physical attack to have gone somewhere else, but that's okay. Of course, I also would love it if... Okay, so he's got level song going, and I'll get my White Mage singing Power Song. Or, sorry, not Power Song, Speed Song, excuse me. So we're going to get levels and speed up, and these are the only 2 stats we need to boost up. So I'm just going to wait a few rounds here while we see our levels start to climb. Alright, and so this will happen, and we just need to take care of it when it does. I'm going to get her singing again. Singing Speed Song again. There's White Hole, and back at Lena. So now, again, it's going to take two items to get her awake again. So going the way I don't want him to go, but that's alright. It's not a huge deal. It's just slowing down our progress. If these were happening on the other characters who are just kind of passive right now, it wouldn't be slowing us down because the levels and speed would continue to climb. Okay, there's a white hole on the Knight landed. Okay. So this is a little bit dicey right now because I have 2 singers going. And the singers cannot be knocked out of their status. I should have put softs a little closer to the top. By attacks from X-Death right there. Singers can't be knocked out by attacks from X-Death. They can be killed by attacks from X-Death, which they would, of course, be killed by attacks from X-Death. But they can't be knocked out of their status. So I want to just keep them alive and going. And what I want is I want physical attacks from X-Death going onto Ferris or my Mystic Knight, who are both protected from them. So that is eating an action from X-Death. So far, X-Death has not been very obliging with those, unfortunately. Unfortunately, X-Death has not been very nice about putting physical attacks on those characters. So that has kind of stopped us from doing what we want to do. And so there is a shell that, or a white hole that landed all the way through the shell status and the boosted levels. So that's unfortunate right there. And I'll just do a rise. Probably could just get away with just using life on him. but I'll just use a rise, that's okay. Because here comes the soft. So now I have to go back to buffing. Again, we got to get back into buffing mode. But Xdeath has really been targeting the right characters to set us off of our plan. He has really been targeting the right characters. Okay, so we'll do a little bit more on this. Hopefully we have Xdeath waste some actions. Nope, there's White Hole, and it lands at less than 50% odds. He has missed a couple, so that's been okay. He has missed a couple. That's been fine. He's missed a couple of them. But actually, if I get, you know, if Ferris gets knocked out here in this round, luckily with haste status, we're okay. But if Ferris had gotten knocked out on that, and I couldn't use both actions from Ferris, it would have really been ugly. I need a physical attack on either of these guys, because they can handle him. That's what I needed right there. That's exactly what I wanted to happen. I needed a physical attack because Ferris is guarding. And the Mirage Vest is in effect on... Yep. Good. And this will help me build up a little bit of a level advantage on Xdeath, which will help stop White Hole from landing. And actually realizing I should have spent some more money on some Phoenix Downs because I have like 40,000. I should have bought a few more. But it's not going to be a problem. It's not going to be an issue. We'll be okay. It's not going to be a huge issue. Okay, let's go back here. I'm going to get us defended back up just a little bit. Let's go with Regen Song again so I can see the process or the progress of the level song there. So now I'm going to get everybody with Regen ticks popping up again. Very good. Physical attack exactly where I needed it. Right there. Let's reapply Shell. Shell gives you a 50% block rate on targeted stuff, and that includes White Hole. And actually, I might be ready pretty soon to start going after Xdeath here. We might be ready pretty soon. So White Hole, again, should have a hard time landing. Physical attacks are still going to be coming through, of course. And I'll throw, well, I won't do it just yet. I'm almost ready, I think. I'm almost ready for going on the offensive. I want to give it a little bit more time if I can. A little bit more time to pick up the levels that I want to get. I mean, you can be really, really careful with this stuff and just go forever and ever and ever. I'm deciding not to do that. Okay, so now she's much better protected. That's actually a little bit silly of me to do that because now it'll take a couple extra rounds to knock him out of singing status. But now she can a little bit more easily bump us the rest of the way on our other songs. Alright, well, there's White Hole, so that knocked him right out. And again, Xdeath has landed some White Holes at fairly low odds. Xdeath has been landing some White Holes at fairly low odds in this. So let us go ahead and knock my White Mage out of Blink status. Let's go ahead and do that, and let's go on the offensive here. Because I think we're ready. And let's see if that actually brings her... Yeah, that does bring her all the way out. Very good. So now we can safely apply Flare Sword. And So that took both of those out because you get 2 attacks with your bare fist, and so that knocked both of the shields out. All right, here we go. Let's see what kind of damage we've got. It's not super pumped, but you know, 9999. That's always good to have happen. That's always good to see. And now we're just going to be doing Blink and Shell with most of my other characters, just keeping Blink and Shell on all of us. Blink the Knight. Knight should do good damage. Yeah. Yeah, Knight's doing good damage. So it'll take about 5 attacks or so to bring this guy down. And that's just fine with me. Flare Sword's probably not all that necessary. Keep him out. I'm actually going to cast Holy right here. Because Xdeath is going to be in a dangerous part of his routine, and I've got to rush him through it. And that will do it. So that pushed Xdeath past his dangerous routine, because if Xdeath had gotten a turn, say if I had cast another buff spell with that bard, and Xdeath got a turn on me, he could have used Meteor, and Meteor could have knocked out a couple of those characters. It's very important that I start the Neo Xdeath fight, not very important, but it's easier if I start the Neo Xdeath fight with all 4 characters on their feet. Even if they're in low health, as you can see my my characters are in kind of low health there, that doesn't matter at all for this fight. That matters not. So here's the plan for Neo. I believe White Mage is going to use Magic Lamp. Then, because her turn's coming up first, then we're going to apply Break Sword with the Mystic Knight. We're going to put the Apollo Harp in the hands of my Bard and go after the Grand Cross piece and have the Knight do the same. Then we're going to Break Sword the Almagest piece on the bottom, and then switch back to Flare Sword to finish off the Grand Cross piece and the front piece, and then we'll use the Magic Lamp again. So, don't blink or you'll miss it. Here we go. Let's execute the plan. Magic Lamp. Here's Bahamut. This should do pretty nice damage to everybody because her level is boosted way up. Her level is boosted big time. Alright, that's good. Now, let's apply Break Sword on the Mystic Knight. Looks like, okay, it is Apollo Harp time. Not, well, empty hands time. And the Knight's going to do the same. Go after the Grand Cross piece. Should take just a couple of rounds to bring the Grand Cross piece down. Okay, Magic Lamp again. Now that Break Sword is applied, we're just going to attack the Almagest piece, or the bottom piece, with Break Sword. And listen for that sound of the piece dying. So that is the piece dying away. Grand Cross is not going to give us much trouble because it switches its routine based on, yeah, that's Flare Sword, based on how much hit points it has. So it will never actually, we might not even hear it say the laws of the universe are broken. We might not even hear it say that word, or see it say that word. Here's Holy, and it's boosted. Yep. Alright, so there's that piece dead. So that piece is now dead. Let's put, I'm just going to have the Bard sit back and put Blink status on. So now there's not a lot that the front piece can do. So we'll attack about 5 times on the front piece. 1. Delta attack, so this will slow us down a little bit. Not the Magic Lamp. Soft. I'm going to wait for that to resolve, the soft to resolve. I'm going to put Blink back on. These are overly cautious measures I'm taking. Flare Sword's still on. Just cast Holy straight up. I'm listening for the sound. Look at that lag on Holy. Okay, so I'm going to wait until another character has an action ready to go before I cast Holy here. Very good. That was physical attack. All right, Holy. It's going to do a lot less damage because it's not boosted by the Apollo Heart. But I believe that was the piece fading away, and I confirmed with the cursor on the attack, so it is going to be Kara or Kryl that delivers the final blow to X-Death. Controller is set down, menu's closed, and we are good to go. So X-Death is going to fade away, and that is run 4. So as is usual, when X-Death fades away, I'm going to be ending the stream. I will record out to the end locally so I can get screenshots of all of my characters, but there is the X-Death Battle 1, X-Death all the way. This was a really fun party, obviously a very powerful party. Bard, Mystic Knight, White Mage, any one of those characters would give me a lot of power in this one. Any one of them would. But of course, having all three is massive. So that is run 4. Run 5, I'm not sure if I'm going to do another one before the big speed run. I will see if I can get one more in and make the big speed run event later this summer, run number 6. If you're watching this now or later on, thank you for tuning in. If you're watching on YouTube, I hope you give me a thumbs up if you like the video and let me know what you think. See you next time. Hello? How's it going?
you